Good morning, everybody. Let's get this bread. All right, so to start out the day, hold on, let's start that over. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's get this bread. So, to start out the day, I would like to remind everybody that today's Tuesday. We have a 4 day trading week. Good morning, Spartan 21. Hey, happy to have you. Good morning, E Ball or EEE Ball. Um, yeah, we're gonna be trading. I have two larger trades that I need to close. We'll kind of see how things are going with that, but let me go through and send out this stream link to the Discord real quick. And good morning, Kia J. All right, let me go share these links with the on Patreon and Discord, and then we'll hop in. We'll look at the charts. Did y'all enjoy y'all's day off? I had a I had a nice day off. It's kind of I don't normally like taking I don't normally like taking days off when it comes to trading. I'm usually looking forward to the next trading day, but nah, yesterday was kind of nice for me. Really needed to slow things down a little bit. Feel like I've been doing a lot, and just allow me to catch up on some things. Let's see. Okay, share it in the Discord. Let me check my audio. I don't even know what y'all are listening to right now. And then we will get to the charts. Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. All right, all right, now looking at the charts here, we open up in 2 minutes, and I want to show y'all what I'm looking at. So starting the day, here, let me see if I can get rid of this price tag. So I can't right now, but starting the day, what I'm looking at, uh, right now I have a put on NVIDIA. And really with NVIDIA, I'm just trying to ride the trend down until we get a break of this 13 EMA. I'm gonna slide this over because this green is kind of in the way. But here, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna ride this. Oh, let's clear that out too. That was break even for me on my trade. So I'm still gonna draw this little trend line right here. Did I barbecue? No, I did not barbecue. Honestly, I can't even tell you what I did. I think I went to the track with my wife and just went and went to some stores with my wife, went to the pool, just some stuff like that. Took some time to take care of my body, got some sleep, all that good stuff. All right, so yeah, right now I'm on the 5 minutes, and as long as we stay below, this is the 13 EMA, I'm going to remain in this trade to the downside. When it comes to trading with a $100 account, haven't traded anything today. I have I'm using a margin account for that. So when it comes to the $100 accounts, I have to. What was I gonna say? So market's open, but when it comes to the $100 account, I need to. All right, so right now I'm looking at Nvidia right now, short on Nvidia. I'm watching it, kind of watching this 13 EMA. As long as Nvidia stays below that, I would like to stay below, because looking at Nvidia on the 4 hour right now, I've been following since this touch point up here, or actually since over here, and ultimately, I would like to see Nvidia come close this gap. So have puts on Nvidia, and this isn't necessarily a move I expect to happen today. My screen's frozen. Oh, hold on. Let me change that. I didn't even realize that. Hold up. Let me. All right. Can we? Okay, so you can see my screen now. All right. Thanks for the heads up. All right. I didn't even know I wasn't. All right, but yeah, pretty much just watching Nvidia to the downside. I might actually drop down to a lower time frame and watch the 13 EMA on this lower time frame since this trade is steepening. And then another one that I was doing, I was watching the SPY. As long as we stay below this 13 EMA, I was watching the SPY on that as well. But right now, my main focus is Nvidia and just making sure we kind of stay below, follow this trend, because Nvidia still has a gap to close all the way down here. If we like zoom out, and it looks like we're getting our selling pressure right now, so I'm gonna take a look. And just a heads up, I didn't enter this trade today. This is a trade I swung. So let me actually see how we're doing on it. So right now I don't see anything on the SPY put I entered. It's like the SPY put I entered right now is showing break even though we got good movement on the SPY to the downside. But Nvidia, I'm up $341 on the put I entered. And actually, yeah, I'm kind of just gonna, I might set a stop loss, like set some kind of trailing stop for Nvidia, or I'll just ride this until the momentum gives out. But yeah, we're up 341 on that. And if you were here Friday, I kind of fat fingered some trades. I grabbed puts when I meant to grab calls, and I grabbed more contracts than I was intending to grab. So that was this is kind of making up for those trades right now. So this right now with Nvidia, it's kind of redemption. But yeah, Nvidia is falling hard. I'm gonna say if we end up coming and hitting our target today, then here, let's see how much I'm up. So I'm up 408 on Nvidia. I'm up 154 on the SPY. Let's see. You drop down to a lower time frame. Really, I'm just going to ride this momentum. I'm happy with the profits on Nvidia. I'm not going to get greedy. But let me go to a 2-minute. And we'll take I'll close on the first blue. Just to ride this momentum. Because honestly, I'm cool with my profits that I have already. Good little morning right here. So it's probably going to keep moving, but I am going to wait for this candle to close, see how it closes. But I have it ready to sell. Anybody watching anything? So it's still moving. Okay, we will remain in this trade for now. We got a lot of selling pressure right now. I might need to get like a little background music for this stream. At least at market open, it's low key kind of quiet in here. All right, so we're still getting these candles to the downside, still falling, still very bearish. This was a good swing over the weekend. We're already down 5% in the pre-market or at the start of the day. Y'all, I didn't even realize this, but I accidentally took a trade in the $100 account and I swung it from Friday. I had a $110 put and it's up. I'm still gonna use this to oh, hold on, let me close out my put. All right, so I'm gonna close out my put. I put in a sell order at 700, and now let me alert the Discord. All right, so it looks like Nvidia is still kind of moving a little bit, but that $100 account, just because I had that accidental trade, is now at 146. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some of that excess out, so we'll be right back at 100, and then I'm gonna go in after things kind of settle because we have some data coming in uh, in 7 minutes, and then some more coming in after that, and we'll kind of see how that goes. But for now, I'm gonna move over to the SPY, move up to the 5, and take a look at this move I'm targeting on the SPY as well. All right, so on the SPY, this is a higher time frame move. I'm wanting to see the SPY come down to at least 557, but we do have kind of a light trend line that I drew right here at this 539 kind of 50 level. Yeah, as of right now, Nvidia kind of looks like it wants to reverse. Looks like we have a little reversal on Nvidia right here, or maybe not. I'm gonna turn my attention to the SPY. So right now on that SPY trade that I swung, if you're in the Discord, we are up 196 on it, and pretty much all I'm going to do with this is just ride the momentum. And here, let me set an alert. I'll set an alert for about 560. If we end up pulling back up there, that'll alert me to kind of go back. Oh yeah, that Nvidia kept going. It might be going to it might be coming down. So here, I'm gonna set an alert on Nvidia for this 110.42 area. Yeah, we got a nice sellout. I already took my profit, but contract still running. Uh, def, definitely took over 100% on that already though. Thoughts on Apple? Yeah, we can take a look at Apple because I'm trying to look elsewhere right now. All right, so looking at Apple, okay, so we're gonna sell off. Okay, so we're gonna sell off across the whole market. Okay, so what I had on Apple, it looks like Apple has formed a new range to the upside. Some things I see overall on the 4 hour, Apple is bullish. Let's see. Apple is approaching a level of support around this 226 level, so we'll kind of watch that area for a reversal. It's a good area for a reversal on Apple. Apple tapped into this supply zone right here and sold off. There is a gap to be filled right here at this 226 level. So yeah, if I were looking to play Apple right now, I would look for some kind of reversal coming for this from this area. This kind of this 226 down to about 225, and it may even come a little past in reverse, but I would look for some kind of movement back up that way. But it looks like actually on the 1 hour, Apple has crossed to the downside and is currently bearish on the 1 hour. That's kind of what I'm saying. All right, just tuning in. We can trade options on trade. Okay, so when it comes to trading on TradingView, that's not how I use TradingView. So I use TradingView to chart. I use TradingView to set my alerts and kind of like, I know you said you just tuned in, but I was looking over at NVIDIA. Or no, I was looking over at the SPY, and I just wanted to, whenever I move away and I'm looking at something, I want to be aware of what the stock is doing. So it's like if it pulls back to this level, it's like, okay, let me consider taking profits so I don't miss out on that. So what's going on there is that I'm just trying to make sure that, what am I trying to say? So I don't use it to actually trade. So I'm not sure, to be honest. I could not tell you if TradingView allows for options trading. Are there any other stocks that are there any stocks that's flagging anyone's attention? Anything that you think maybe I should be looking at? Well, I want to look at PayPal. So PayPal, I don't know how many of y'all watched the watch list, but I called out that it was approaching this area right here, this trend line. And from this trend line, oh, it's already up like $1. What time did it? So it came down and it pretty much hit that right before market open. So if I were paying attention to that, we could have caught that and rode that. All right, so it looks like the SPY kind of reacted to this little area right here. I'm gonna take my profits on that as well. And now that my slate's all clear, I'm going to kind of go through and look for better potential sold outs or potential setups to trade later after I alert the Discord. All right. Okay, so now I'm cleared out of the. Hey, what's up, Oliver? Not a realtor. Okay. Hey, glad to hear you got in on that Nvidia put. It looks like it's still moving right now. There's still money to be had, but nah, yeah, I was up 100%. I'm kind of on over here on the stream. I don't want to get greedy, so I just wanted to. Oh, I just wanted to come in and like kind of clear those positions out so I can focus on I don't know what's next because we have some data that just dropped. Here, let's see if we can bring that up. Let me see. All right, so we had final manufacturing, and now we have ISM manufacturing in 13 minutes. Let's see. Hey, that's what we like to hear. Good job, Oliver. Not a realtor. All right, so some things I want to point out. We got the VIX kind of running a little bit today. Of course, it's nowhere near as wild as what's occurred like a couple weeks ago. But just want to let you know the VIX was running. Some things that I see, we have the Dixie selling off, which is we were kind of like we kind of bought up on the Dixie over the weekend, and now that the Dixie is selling off, that's going to be more of a bullish kind of thing. So don't be surprised if we get some kind of reversal. We'll kind of have to see or end up buying back up over the day. But yeah, taking a look at Nvidia, looks like here. Let's drop that down to the 5 minute. I could see us coming back up to maybe test resistance up here, and then if Nvidia, or maybe it comes back to, depending on how strong this trend is, maybe it comes back to the the EMA. But watching, depending on how strong this trend is, so I'm gonna say this, depending on how strong this trend is resistance is going to be up at 116.50 right here, just because you can see all this consolidation right here. And if it comes up there and it starts to have trouble, or we start to see it selling off, it may continue its trend and at least come back down and retest this 113 level. So also not a bad area for short. All right, so now I'm gonna move back up to the 4 hour and see what I see. See if we see anything good. So we got Nvidia kind of continuing its trend. For me, this 108 to about 111 area, that's going to be a load up area for me when it comes to shares and stuff like that. IWM, let's see. So when it comes to IWM, we have consolidation coming or going on, but not too much going on right now. It looks like I would imagine this would come down and fall harder. So honestly, the idea of a put to like 213 or this 207 level, or ultimately this 197 level, if we break this 115, here, let me make sure I have an alert on it. I could see if we break this 115.85 level, the possibility of first we got to fill this gap to about 214, which will be my first target. And then beyond that, since we broke this larger trend right here, the idea of coming back to 197 wouldn't be so crazy to me when it comes to IWM. Okay, hold up. So it looks like we're starting to sell off a little bit heavier on the SPY. Let me look at the Dixie. Where's it at? So yeah, SPY is selling off a little bit heavier. Let's see how it does at this 157 level. But yeah, I like to play kind of at the extremes or the breaks of the trend. So this is a potential short right here, but my next target from here would be about this 557 level. So because of that, I'm not going to take this trade on the $100 account. But yeah, that's a potential trade. I would look to about this 557 level from this point. Nvidia, have a little bit of consolidation going on right here, kind of. It's what it looks like, but it could be a reversal, could be a continuation. Need some time to let that form. Take another look at PayPal. Yeah, I want to see what's up with SMCI. Okay, so they had like something going on with their filing. All right, so right now this is what I have charted for SMCI. So if we start breaking trends on SMCI, like if we can get back above this trend line, hold above this trend line, hey, it maybe go up to at least like 600 or something. All right, so SPY looks like it's pulling back to maybe this EMA right here. We'll see. Nvidia is still making this pullback. Can you look at Intel? Where am I EMA? Okay, so here, my EMA, so the orange one's going to be the 48 EMA, and the blue one is going to be the 13. Intel, yeah, that's actually a good one to look at. All right, so Intel is right here at this kind of trend line. So actually here, let's make Intel, let me drop down to a lower time frame. And we'll see kind of how Intel does here, but I actually really like this for that $100 trade. Let me look at the options contracts. So I'm not going to go too big on it just because I'm going to have to swing this. But here, I want to go out to at least next week, and I'm going to look at a call. I'm going to look at this $21 call And first, let me set it. Okay, it looks like we might be getting a break, so maybe not. Let me kind of watch this trend line. Okay, so there is a gap down here to this 2024 level. So maybe it puts away. Let me. What are EM? Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like we're breaking this trend line. So maybe I actually switch over to a put. All right, so I'm gonna grab a $21 put. Paid 80 for it, or paid 78 for it. All right, I'm in on that. And now, let's say I got in right here, and my target is. All right, so my target is like 2023. Stop loss here, we'll slide it up there. And this is my trade. So right there, this should be a day trade, but I don't have day trades. So right now, my target is going to be this 2023 level, and my stop loss is going to be this 21 level. So this is going to be my day trade. We're watching this on the 5-minute chart. I actually don't love the entry I got on that, because now that I'm looking at it, I see the EMA is up here at 2138. So just for the sake of this trade, I might actually bring that a little bit higher. We'll bring it 2150. Let me look at this on the 4 hour, see if that changes kind of my outlook a little bit. It's still kind of my target. Yeah, I still have that same target. So this trade, now I'm looking at it, not the best risk to reward. It's kind of like a 1-for-1. But so in the future, don't want to take too many trades like this. But here, let me drop down to a 2-minute. Here, we'll actually leave it right here. And we'll just watch this trade on a 2-minute chart for now. Let me go back to looking on a 4-minute chart, or the 4-hour chart. Okay, so I kind of drew this trend line right here. Some things to note. The EMAs, we did kind of get across to the upside right here. Okay, now it's looking like, yeah. I'm gonna let this trade kind of play out, but yeah, we're just gonna see how this goes. This is kind of how it goes when you're at these trend lines. And this is kind of what shifting through different trend lines does to you. Because right now it's like, I feel like, oh, maybe I want to play a call. Or maybe I wanted to, play a call. But also there are these areas for puts. There's if we end up breaking down and coming down even more, we can pull back to 1942. Here, actually something I like to do in these situations where I don't really do it too much. I think I have the RSI up here. Can't see anything. All right, so here. I don't know why All right, so it looks like we're getting our move. All right, because it looks like we got a complete candle below on Intel. We'll see if this holds up. Still trying to figure out what's going on with this Oh, there we go. There we go. So right now on the lower time frame, it's oversold. But let's see what's going on the higher time frame. So on the 4 hour, right now it looks like it's just a healthy pullback. So this might not last. On the daily chart, yeah. So pretty much every chart I see is a lot closer to oversold than it is overbought. So yeah, this trade I took on Intel, I would say, was not a wise trade. But yeah, we'll see how it does still. I want to actually look at the trend. All right, so we got a change in trend. There is a bullish trend, but I would still love to see it pull back to this area. See how we're doing on the SPY, NVIDIA. All right, so is Tesla on an uptrend? So Tesla is in an uptrend, yeah. It's a lot. There's a lot more liquidity, but right now I have Tesla kind of following this trend line right here, and just a little fun fact: I've been getting notifications from interactive brokers that Tesla's been getting analyst upgrades. So like coming over here looking at kind of some of the news for Tesla. Tesla gains after plans to launch 6-seat Model Y. Let's see what else we have over here. Tesla stock rises in Tuesdays, was charging up. It plans to produce a 6. Okay, so mostly it's looking like the news of the 6-seat Model Y is kind of bringing attention to Tesla. Let me actually bring up another tab. Okay, so the market looks like it's selling off. But yeah, overall, when you say is Tesla in an uptrend on the 4-hour chart, when we look at the things like first off, just the market structure, it's a little tough to tell just because of all the wicks and whatnot. But we have a high here, low here, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then right here we get our last low. And then from here, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high. Looks like we're potentially forming a higher low. And then when we have our EMAs, it looks like we are getting our cross to the upside. So if you're someone who waits and plays with these EMA crosses, they do kind of move a little bit slower to confirm things, but this is also showing, hey, we are getting a cross to the upside and we are kind of in an uptrend. All right, so things look like they're intensifying with the SPY. You can see this is the trade I originally had charted out. Hold on. Started investing with 50 last month, so I've been focusing on cheap stocks under 20. Do you have any small stocks you currently watching? So here, we'll take a look at those stocks in a second, but just to talk about small stocks I watch, I wouldn't necessarily say all the stocks have to be small, but what I look for are options that have contracts that I find to be relatively inexpensive. So one we're in a trade on right now is Intel. My confidence for this trade isn't the highest just because of some different things I see on certain time frames, but depending on which time frame you took this trade on, it looks like a decent trade. But some stocks that I like to trade, looking for cheaper stocks, are going to be SoFi, Palantir. Um, I don't really like to trade options on Fubo. I'm probably more shares with that. Here, what else do I like? What else? Chewy is probably a good one. I don't really trade that one too often. But yeah, I would say right now, Palantir, PayPal. We're looking at, where'd it go? Intel. I normally chart Snapchat. And now let's take a look at what you normally trade. All right, so let's see. PSNY. Make sure I put that in right. Yeah, PSNY. First, okay, Polestar. So with this one, if I were trading this, first thing I like to do is I like to come in, draw my trend lines. So maybe something like that potentially. Or I will just leave it like that for now. Looking on the 1 hour, if I were to draw the trend, might be a little steeper, look more like that. But yeah, looking at the trend and kind of just if I were to trade it, right now I'll just look for it on the pullbacks and continue to ride it. Let me see what their options look like. I don't even, you definitely need larger movements on these. PSNY. Okay, so they have, it looks like they have the quarterly options expirations. So here, let me look at the call. All right, so some issues that I could see that you probably run into with these contracts. So this is one that you would definitely need more time to trade. So this is why I personally like the Palantirs, the PayPals. The contracts aren't going to be quite this cheap because they do provide a little bit more movement. But I find like something, especially like a PayPal, if you use the same thing with trend lines and say you enter, like there's a trend line here and we touched here, and then like today we came and touched down here, had this movement up here. Had you done something like that or looked at something like this, you could have made more kind of faster. We'll look at Ryam. I feel like there's Ryanair, I'm not sure. But we'll look at that one next. But just kind of going and looking at this and looking at his options, I could easily see there being a lot of trouble getting in and out of contracts because of the fact that there is a $5 spread between the bid and the ask. All right, going on here, what was the next one? Was all right, so this one, okay, still kind of erratic with the movement overall. A lot of consolidation. So if you're a swing trader, stocks like these may work for you. Like if you're just trying to make like maybe 1 or 2 trades a week, these seem like they would work. Let me look at the options contracts on this. That's just my assumption, kind of based off the price movement. Really quickly check on the Dixie real quick. Okay, so we're still selling off on the dollar, so that's kind of bullish. But yeah, going back to looking at options contract. Okay, Rayonier Advanced Materials. So looking at options, so this looks like an improvement. It has monthly options contracts. Here, let's. I see. I still see kind of a wide bid to ask spread. Like on the $7 calls, I see a $20 bid to ask spread. On the $8 puts, I see a $20. So looking at options contracts like these, I would personally. These aren't options contracts I personally would like to trade just because of the fact that the spread the spread to trade these is so wide. So some I would consider looking at. Let's go over Snap. So Snap, honestly, not too much movement right now, but this is one someone asked for a lot. So looking at the options contracts on these, let's see. So you first off with this, you have weekly expirations. So if we look at the 950 call contract, I know it's out of the money, it's like $6. But if there was a reason for you to see a call, it's $6. The bid to ask spread is a lot closer, so you're not losing money just for getting in and getting out of the trade. So there's only $1 difference between the bid and ask spread as opposed to like 20 for the other one. But also part of the difference was, those other contracts were monthly and this is a weekly. So if I went out and got a monthly like that expired September 27th, the 950 puts, there's like a $3 spread, but that's still not as bad as the other one. Let's see what else can we find. Let me see what. All right, so I want to also come through, look at some Nike contracts. No problem. Yeah, we got time because let me see. Intel's not doing much. SPY is selling off. Nvidia is selling off, but a lot of the time in the morning, it's like honestly, it's probably going to be better to wait till the end of the day to really get anything to really like enter the next position. Like I could see us consolidating. So say we pull back down to this 109 area, or once this move stops, I might look for a call on Nvidia to play it up higher and see how it goes from there. But still figuring out what I like to do. Mainly day trades and 1 week swings. Okay. So yeah, let me once again looking at Nike. Nike's a little bit more expensive. I see we're going for cheaper contracts. So I think I actually had a list of stocks. So Palantir. Here, let's take a look at Hood. Ooh, that Nvidia put would have Nvidia and the SPY put would have been nice if I would have held on to those. But yeah, not trying to be greedy. So yeah, looking at Hood. Let's see options for Hood. Okay, so here I'm going to automatically default to options not for the week this week, but usually I like to go for the next Friday. So looking at September 13th for Robinhood, $20 call is about 58. The bid to ask spread is about $2, so not bad. And this is when you actually get movement on. So right here, 215 to 1964. Come over here, 20 up to 21. So you get good moves on these. Really just like learning a stock and kind of seeing where things can happen will do a lot for you. All right, so yes, we cannot predict the future. We can just kind of play into it and do what we do. All right. So, oh, I didn't even realize we got the data. So that's probably when we started selling off even heavier. All right, so the SPY, we hit that 557 level. The next like major kind of level is this 555. So we'll see if the SPY pulls back there to it. I would love to see NVIDIA come back down to this zone. I may come through later in the day, or maybe like if you're in the Discord, you may just have to watch out. I don't think I'll do another stream today, but usually around maybe like 1 or 2 is when I kind of start checking to see if I want to like swing something. And that's kind of where we got our SPY, got our NVIDIA. I kind of check the charts to see if anything is just like an obvious move. We check on Intel. All right, so this is a 1 hour. So hey, if we can get a close below this, hey, that'll give me confidence, and we'll kind of come down on this trend. But it's crazy. Like honestly, while we're sitting here, I want to just talk about how wild it is, like how far I've personally come when it's come to trading and like everything I've learned and how the market is. Wait, okay. T Skinner Jr. Is the SPY going to rise again? All right, so let's look at the SPY. So looking at the current trend here, so right here, this would be a good area for a reversal. Like looking at the 4-hour chart, right now there is a lot of consolidation going on. So usually when you see a lot of movement like this, a lot of wicks in a kind of tight range, there is a larger move coming. So on the 4-hour, it wouldn't surprise me if we continue to pull back, but we could also like, since we've been charting up, this could also lead to an even larger move to the upside. So I wouldn't necessarily pick a direction, not on this time frame, but just know there's potential for anything. The way things are kind of looking right now, nah, it's looking like we're coming down again because we got the Dixie rising again. Let's come down to a lower time frame. All right, so on the 1 hour, we actually have the EMAs looking like they're crossing to the downside. So I would imagine the SPY is going to, usually it's like if it does come back up, it might come up as high as the EMAs and then continue the trend down. But as of right now, on the lower time frames, it looks like it's coming to fill in, at least come in and fill this gap right here to about 155. E-Kid, welcome. Hey, welcome to the family. All right. If you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to ask. What's going on with NVIDIA? So as of right now, everything looks like it is going to kind of fill in a gap. So if you were here on Friday, We took a trade. We bought it, put on Nvidia at about 120. I got out probably about in here, but Nvidia looks like it's going to fill in this gap. There's a gap on Nvidia right here, and I don't know. There's a gap. Nvidia is selling off, and there's also a demand zone here. So this is a potential. If we can hold this level, this is going to be a potentially good buy level for Nvidia to ride to the upside. But right now, everything's just selling off. Bro's channel. Hey, appreciate it. How do you say your name? I don't want to butcher your name, but is it Bao? Uh, is that gap the demand zone? So the gap is found in the demand zone. The demand zone kind of comes from this candle right here. So this black candle is the demand zone. The gap is just from right here, this little, where this candle and this one doesn't meet. That's the little gap right there. And the market usually comes in to fill gaps. All right. So here, let's, so I was saying, what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, Nvidia right now short term looks bearish, but my bias is kind of, I don't know, like it would be something like this maybe. Ooh. And then this would be something I could see happening on Nvidia, but we'll kind of have to see. And then let me go back and see if we can see what's up with Intel. All right, so it looks like now this line that was serving as support is now serving as resistance. So potentially good, potentially, maybe this will start playing out in our favor, but right now, still down on this Intel trade, but we'll let that do its thing. We don't have any day trades anyway, so. Really just trying to see if there's anything that sticks out. Meta is down. I don't know. Meta looks like it could be ready for a stock split. So, bro, I have tons of questions new to all this. Really, hey, ask away, cause there's not too much going on right now. We're selling off, but yeah, it's a great time to ask. Small market NYCB call or put. When you say call or put, that's most of the time when it comes call or put. If it's not just clear, wait. Okay, so first off, what is this? So this was in a downtrend. All this over here. I mean, not the straightest line, but that was a downtrend. This was an uptrend. Now we're kind of consolidating in a range, so drawing kind of support and resistance. We'll call resistance kind of in this area. And this looks like it's a kind of area of support. So right here, I would watch and see how it kind of acts at this 1069 area. Like But from here, if I were just kind of looking at this, oh, this isn't very consistent, but I would say in this area, as long as it's held up, this is an area to buy a call. But if we look at the market, if this moves with the market or anything like that at all, it's not the market is kind of bearish today. But yeah, right here, just looking at it, I would go call, but I wouldn't make this trade myself. Let's see. Who do I recommend to trade under? Ninja, Tradeovate. I want to use my Mac, but most only use PC. So I want to let you know how I trade. Oh, hold on. I want to let you know how I trade because I don't use any of those. So those honestly, those are a lot more. I would say advanced and sophisticated than me. So I execute my trades on my iPhone. I've been doing that ever since I want to say like 2018, 2019, and I never looked back. I've never whenever I was executing trades on my computer, it was a lot of there was some barriers for me, but I do understand there are some kind of quick keys and whatnot you can press. So, oh, hold up. I didn't even see your. Okay, so Oliver, what is your thought on the Apple event leading up to the 9th? So, I actually follow Apple very closely, follow their like what they're innovating. I like the like I'm a big consumer, like especially when it comes to their Macs, their phones and everything. Um, I'm excited for. I'm not like too excited for their new iPhone. The big thing they're pushing is AI, but usually with these Apple events, they're going to be buy the rumor, sell the news. But I think overall, this cycle for Apple is going to be bullish just because this seems like this year seems like a year that people are going to actually upgrade just because of the Apple AI. They're supposed to have like a slightly larger phone, just little things like that. And I'm finally ready to have a USB-C on my iPhone personally. So like the way it pertains to the event, I personally think the event is going to. I think the stock is going to come down for the event, like come down like going into the event, but maybe like a day or two after, it'll make its way up. But it's kind of going to depend on what the overall market is doing. All right. How long is your $21 put on INTC? So let's see. I should have gone out for next week. Let's see what we did. So yeah, I grabbed the September 13th put. I'm down $2 on it. And yeah, we're just sitting on it. We're giving it time. If I can't, if usually, especially if I can't get in and get out in the same day, I'm usually at least going out to the next week. All right. Do I use indicators other than the EMA? I wonder if I'm overcomplicating my charts. I use Super Trend. I've never used Super Trend, MACD, and one EMA. So honestly, when it comes to the MACD is kind of like multiple indicators in one personally. So I don't know. It's like are you using too many? That ultimately comes up to you. That comes down to you. Me personally, I don't love to see my chart with all of these on them. Right now, it's like ever since I've just been using trend lines, things have gotten a lot simpler. It's like sometimes I'll turn on the EMAs to because I see that the market things will kind of occur at the EMAs and the levels and whatnot, but ultimately, the simpler your charts, the less you have going on, the more you can see what's actually going on with the trade. And it's like you may have to be more simple, but to me, things like it's like I use supply and demand, I use trend lines, and I don't necessarily trade. Like, I don't just trade off EMAs. Like, you're not going to see me just buy a call or buy a put because of an EMA, but this kind of helps give me a sense of the overall direction. Okay, Ekid, no, I'm simple again, super new. Are you on TradingView? Okay, so yeah, this is TradingView. How I actually make the trades is going to be on my phone. Like my iPhone, I am using Robinhood and I am using Moomoo. They're both two different trading platforms, but it's like I have one account. My $100 account is on Robinhood, and my I guess right now we ran it up to about it was about $1,000, but we have it at like 30, about just under 1,400 is on Moomoo right now, and yeah, I just use them first off because I only have so many day trades for each one of them, so just kind of rotating them allows me to trade every day. And then like the Robinhood allows me to kind of relate more to everyone and still be disciplined using smaller trades. All right. I thought they only show charts and connect to brokers. I'm going to do micros, I think. So I actually have not traded futures at all yet. I do want to get into them, but that's probably going to be more of a 2025 endeavor for me. I want to provide some sort of education for the options market and like have that kind of out there clear cut, just like all the trading. I want to have that out there so it's there, so I have something to point at when people want help that I think is solid and think is there before I move on to futures. So I want to feel like I just have a great like grasp on that before I move on. Same man, I have an old iPhone. I'm ready to upgrade. AI is also a huge move on Apple. Yeah. So I personally think Siri can stand to get a lot smarter, a lot more intelligent. Oh dang, Siri is listening to me now. I shouldn't have said that. But I personally think she can stand. I probably set off a lot of y'all's phones now that I think of that. If anybody has me on speaker, but yeah, I personally think she can stand to gain some intelligence. So this whole Apple intelligence or AI is, I mean, it's good. It's definitely a lot more RAM intensive. So I'm probably going to be looking to, like, whenever they get into their M4 chips, probably get into that as well. But if you buy a call or a put, do you exercise it? So I don't exercise calls or puts at all. I don't think I've ever exercised one unless it was like a sell put. But no, I don't usually exercise them. I usually, if you're in the money, it's usually like if you look at the difference in the price and everything, it's usually a better value to actually sell the contract and buy 100 shares than it is to exercise the contract. Okay, Intel isn't looking too bad right now. So yeah, Intel is moving in the direction that I would like it to go. So went from down $2 to up $3. So hey, not too bad. It looks like this is playing out on the 1 hour. This makes me feel more confident. On the 4 hour, it looks like right now it still could be like just a tease because if you like it could just be like a little wick. We'll kind of have to see how it ends up being. But yeah, we're looking good on that one. What was I saying? What EMA would I recommend for day trading short time frame? So honestly, it's going to depend on you. I use the 13 and the 48 and the something to understand about the EMAs. So EMA stands for exponential moving average. And what that means is, like, for instance, the 13 EMA, this is going to, which is the blue line, it does kind of like an equation where it averages the last 13 candles. So notice, so 1 candle, 2 candle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So these are the only candles that are moving this blue line right here. And then if I were to move down to a 1 minute, notice the 13 EMA is a lot closer and tighter. So still the last 13 candles, but because there's less movement, it's going to be a lot closer. So I personally, whether I'm day trading or swing trading, it's still going to be kind of the same deal. Ooh, let's look at Tesla is still moving up. Yeah, Tesla's in an uptrend. Just, yeah, if it gets above this 220 level or 221 level, or actually let's say it's 225 level, hey, might be running. But what was I saying? Oh, when it comes to the EMAs, really, don't say what most people use are going to be the 50, the 200, like the 200, the 50, which the 50 is going to be pretty much the same as the 48. So that's going to, orange line is pretty much the 50. The 13 is going to pretty much be similar to like a 14. So a lot of people will use something like either anywhere from like a 20 or a 14. This third one is actually a 200 for me. So this just means like this is like whenever you see a larger cross, this is like the 200 is usually a larger level of support or resistance. So if we look at the SPY, if we pull back and we end up pulling below this 200 EMA, that's going to be a much more serious level. Okay, I just got an alert on the Qs. Not the Q, was it the Qs? No, I got an alert on IWM. We are crossing that level. So I might also in the small accounts grab a put on IWM. Let me see. I am not going to grab a put on IWM because it costs more than I thought it would cost. But yeah, IWM from here, looking at some places that it can go. If this trend holds, I would draw my stop to here. Let's draw my stop to here. First target is going to be right here. If that's what I'm targeting, I would have my stop much tighter. Next target is going to be here. Next will be down here. And kind of depending on how much time, ultimately, I would be targeting this down here. And it's like if you target something like this and this is your stop up here, That's a nice risk to reward. But yeah, I'm going to leave this. Actually, let's look at it on a lower time frame. So if we get a retest, one way I would use the EMAs is if we get a retest or a pullback, kind of look at it as an area to enter the trade. So I prefer to use a trend line over a EMA. But if we look and I see, hey, this trend started here like this on the 5-minute, if I were day trading, I just drew this, I would look to, here, let me clear this out. If we come back and we test this, I would look for the trend to continue and come down here. Or if we broke, it's like, okay, now I'm targeting either this 218 level or this 219 level for upside. All right, let's see. Oh wait. Oh, I see. That's cool. Robinhood doesn't let you short. So Robinhood doesn't let you short. Moomoo does let you short. Can I explain exercising? So exercising is when you say you go out to the track to run, or say you get down on the ground, do some push-ups, or oh no, wait, you're probably talking about for options, right? So whenever you want to exercise, so each contract is representative of, oh, hold on, let me go back to Intel. All right, Intel's starting to get kind of nice. So this is an area of, oh, let me look at this real quick. We'll get back to exercising, but this could serve, so I drew this trend line. It's not a super strong trend line, but this could serve as an area of support. Hopefully we continue to fall, but there's the possibility this serves in the area of support. All right, but here, let's see. Where we at? Oh, we were talking about exercising. So, all right, so there is calls, there's puts. We'll use the trade we're in on Intel right now to talk about exercising. So right now, calls would essentially be if you wanted to buy something, and puts would be if you wanted to sell something. So looking at this Intel put we have, say we had 100 shares of Intel, and let's pretend we have an average cost down here of like $1,900. And let's say up here at $22, we're like, hey, this could keep going up, but I want to protect myself in case it falls more severely. So now we have 100 shares of Intel that we bought for $19. It's up at $22, and we buy $21 puts. All right, so those $21 puts, we get we pay $20 to have the right to sell 100 shares. Say we come back down here to $1,900, or say we come down to okay, that's the lowest I say. So say we come back down here to $18, and if we were down here at $18 and we bought in at $19, that's $21 put is helpful, because up here at $21, you're still in profit if you bought it from $1,900. It gives you the right to sell these stocks at $18 for $21. So that's the benefit. So say we come down here and you're ready to just have the money, then you can just exercise the share and say, hey, I want to sell my 100 shares because we've fallen down this far, and I would rather have $2,100 than have 100 Intel shares down here at $18. Do shorts cost more? So shorts, I wouldn't say So if you're like actually shorting a stock, uh, yes, it's going to cost a little bit because of the fact that usually whenever you are shorting a stock, you are borrowing shares from someone else. So there's going to be interest involved. So, for instance, if you short Intel, oh, it's like say you short from 22, say you short from 22 to 21, your profit would be $100, but there is some sort of interest rate on there because they're borrowing it from somewhere else. That $100, like say there was an 8% interest rate, depending on how long you held it, that $100 that you made would essentially be really $92 because of the borrowing rate for whatever for Intel. And something to understand about shorting is the more usually the more volatility or the more attention or the less people that are willing to share their shares, the higher the interest borrowing rate is going to be. So there's a lot of times like Tesla or Nvidia or whatever is going to be a lot of it's going to be a lot more trouble to short. It's going to cost a lot more to short. Or like GameStop, for instance. A lot of people like to short GME whenever they have this hype, and usually it goes up a lot more. All right, so Nvidia going up to hit the gap. Oh yeah, I'm about to, on my larger account, I'm probably about to buy a call on Nvidia. Good morning, Steve's Job. Glad to hear you're alive. Well, I'm glad to hear you overcome the COVID and are ready to learn. All right. Yeah, I might be a little early with this, but I am really liking the idea of a call on NVIDIA. I want to kind of like clear out my chart. Maybe get some time. I might. Okay, our Intel put is up 15% on our small account. Hold on, let me kind of monitor this too. Yeah, but NVIDIA's looking good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a side-by-side for Intel. We'll take a look at NVIDIA as well. Okay. Want NVIDIA over here. And I kind of want a visual on both of them. I'm going to drop to a lower time frame on NVIDIA. And I want to see like some sort of large reaction first before I actually buy a call, because sometimes it's very well possible that it could fall a lot harder. Wait, okay, have I been able to make this my full time? So when it comes to if I were able, am I able to do this just off of trading options? No. When it comes to coaching, YouTube, and like some affiliates and stuff, yes. Do I make money? Could I, like, have I made enough to go full time with this? There have been times when I have, but I don't say there are good months, there are bad months. I would say the consistency is not there yet. Just because, say oh, the market kind of has different phases and things kind of, the market has different phases, different times when it'll shift. And if I don't, whenever I don't realize sometimes the market will shift and I don't know what strategy works best in that point in time. So it's like I might have a bad month or a bad 2 months or whatever. And because of that, that's just not a good time to, it's like I'm not able to rely on my income from trading. So no, I have not made it full time with this yet. All right. What do I think of Palantir? Hey, Palantir is a pretty good stock. So here, okay, so it looks like we're coming below this trend line on Intel, but yeah, let's take a look at Palantir. Let's look at it on a higher time frame. So Palantir is one I've been talking about. So Palantir is kind of in the middle for me right now. Got support around 380, resistance up here around 3160. Right here, it's not really an area I would look to trade it. Kind of coming down from the trade on the weekly chart I was talking about is like I would still, from whenever I called that short, I would still be riding it down to here, but I think like they kind of dipped down to 29 and they're kind of slowing. So I'm kind of watching this mid trend line as a kind of moving target. So, but right here, when it comes to Palantir, I don't really love trading it right now. All right. Would there be a factor to make you go all in as your full time? Honestly, once I get my student loans paid down and everything, and it's like I have a lower, it's like my drive right now is, it's like I can make money trading options, but I want to build something I can live off of. So right now I am trying to invest my money in stocks. I want to have a portfolio large enough in stocks where I can fund other things like real estate and whatnot as well. So right now it's like, can I live off trading? I probably could. But right now I like to invest so much money every month because my investments are nowhere near what I would like them to be at. Like if I can't live off my investments right now. So until I can live off my investments, I wouldn't say I have the comfort to do this full time because honestly, I want to take all my money and invest it. So that's kind of I don't think I would like to go full time right now, just because I want to invest. I want to have all my investments cover my lifestyle. Just made about $78 on a. Hey, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it's like right now looking at Palantir, it's like all I see like right now is consolidating in this range. So there's definitely money to be had trading between this range, but right now all I see is it's between this range right now on the 4 hour. So if you're looking, like if you're trading from one end to the next, hey, there's money to be had. But like right here, it's like right here, it can either go back to the upside, which is kind of the trade I would look for right here. I mean, there's a little bit of money to be had there. Or it can come down, break, and then test another level. So maybe it comes down at 370, or it comes down to like this 350 area. I like to trade NVIDIA, or I like to trade Palantir when it's like really making those sweeps. Let me go back to Intel. All right, let's see how we're doing on the Intel puts. Hey, we're up 20%. Not too bad. Hey, shout out to whoever said something about Intel earlier. Who called that out? Who said let's look at Intel? Let's see. I don't remember who said it, but hey, they got us making money. Oh, MLG boss team. Hey, shout out. Love it. All right, so Intel looks like it's kind of reversing here. I'm going to do something a little. I don't have a day trade, but I'm going to see if I can. Oh no, I can't do that. Well, I'm stuck holding this, and I'm just gonna have to hope that Intel stays down tomorrow. You know, maybe Intel has some sort of large swing to the downside, but we might have got in on Intel before you got on. I'm not sure. Let's see when I took the trade. Intel. Let's see. So we got in, or I got in at, it was 26 minutes in the market open. The market has been open for an hour and a half. This was like the small account trade. So I'm going to hold it because I have no other choice. But this would be not a bad area to take profit because the trend could possibly be reversing here. Like we got in over here on the chart, rode it up a little bit, and then this is the trade you want to be in, this right here. And maybe we continue the trend, but also maybe the trend reverses here. All right, going on looking at NVIDIA. This is moving over to the larger account. I might look to grab a next week call. I'm going to use my NVIDIA profits. I'm going to get 3 contracts. And I'm going to target, actually, I might get close to the money. I might just get one close to the money. I'll get for next week, I'll grab a 111 call on NVIDIA. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to grab that NVIDIA. I might grab some shares though. It's like I'm gonna hold off for today. I'm probably done trading for the day. Until these past 2 weeks have been good swings and price. Yeah. So I heard rumors that Berkshire Hathaway is picking up Intel. So if that's really happening, it'll probably end up surging to the upside, but we'll have to see about that. Let's see how we're doing on this buy. IWM. So IWM looks like it's crossing. Okay, so IWM is like looking right here. You can see Intel is moving like pretty much in accordance with the IWM. So what's going on with Intel? Kind of going on with the IWM. I'm getting hungry now, so I'm about to end this stream for now. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna close out this stream. It's been real. Had a good time with y'all. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.